Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tampa Catholic Athletic Podcast. Of course, we have our co-host
Lily Mignette.
and a very special guest, our state champion cheerleaders. Why don't you introduce yourselves, give us your grade, and then use your names.
I'm Peyton Fisher and I'm a senior this year.
I'm Elena Edwards and I'm a junior.
Okay. Now, for most of the time, you can look at the camera, but we're just going to be talking to each other, so it's a little awkward, but whatever. So congratulations on winning states.
Thank you.
So I did look it up before you said we were doing cheer. Since I went here, I graduated in 2013. Since I went here, boys soccer has won states. Besides that one state championship, cheer has won 3. I mean, it's a really fun question, but do you think Tampa Catholic's becoming like a cheer school? Is that our best sport? Are you guys, not to compete against anyone, but like, I mean, Tampa Catholic cheer is obviously really big right now. It's on the map, 3 state championships.
I
Like-
would say yes, because there's girls like, for example, Emma Barris transferred here specifically for cheer. And I know a couple like of incoming freshmen next year are like coming here for the cheer program. Like they reached out to our coaches and like even in the past, a lot of girls are like, oh, I'm coming here for the cheer program.
It happened this year too, like our current freshmen, all 4 of them were all like all-star cheerleaders and like,
Nice.
I knew some of them and she knew some of them and they were all talking to us about the cheer program and they're like, they were all just really excited and I'm so glad that
Yeah.
they got to be on the team.
It is, so obviously, if you don't know, I'm the associate athletic director and I manage all the sports. Cheerleading is one of, I'll watch my language, just hardest working, goal oriented, practices strict, focused, great coaching staff. I mean, you guys really are what we want here at Tampa Catholic to be what a program is.
Mhm.
So there's not really a question, just good job. You guys are really doing an amazing job. You finished here with 2 state championships. So it's really, really impressive what you guys are doing. I'll hand it over to Lily to ask questions.
Okay, so I see like on Instagram that you guys like write Bible verses on your skin before competitions. So I know you guys take it pretty seriously. So how are the cheer comp environments different from like any other environment?
I think it's just cheer competitions are super hectic though, because it's like in one big arena and every single team, especially states, every single team in the state is there. So it's like you're just running around going from outside warm up to inside warm up to actually competing. It all like I feel like it happens so fast that you don't even realize it's happening. But like with a football game or something, there's a time limit. Like you're there, you play the game, like and I mean it kind of you throw the ball, you catch the ball, like make a tackle, but like for cheers, like it's so unpredictable. Like you could be going against a team like, for us at nationals, like we were going against teams that like we thought we had no chance at like even I don't know,
Being in a division with.
yeah, being with them and then
Keep it.
I don't know, like it's so scary because then especially like last year our biggest competitors, then they ended up falling at nationals and we scored six places higher than them. So it was like
And they beat us at states like before nationals last year, and then we beat them by 6 places at nationals.
This was last year.
yeah, never would have thought that. But
Yeah.
Do you think, so a lot of these questions are going to be off the top of my head. So a lot of conversation on like sports debates on like ESPN and, whatever, is what's the ultimate team sport? Like hockey is the ultimate team sport because they have all these people, football, baseball.
Mhm.
In a really weird way, like cheerleading is kind of the ultimate team sport because your absolute weakest link falls, trips, doesn't know the routine, you can't win.
Yeah.
So is cheerleading, in your guys' opinion, like the ultimate team sport?
I think obviously coming from cheerleaders, it's definitely a little biased, but and I know I've been cheering like my whole life. She's been cheering almost her whole life, so it's like, yes.
No, I don't think that's a
Yes.
crazy question.
Yes.
Because every little mistake that you make on that mat is like a little bit of points here, a little bit of points there, and it's like you don't have somebody to just go in there and like save you. Like nobody can sub out like in volleyball, or like nobody can like go in for you in football. Like no, like it's up to you, and like you have so much responsibility on the mat, like not only for yourself but like for your teammates and like for your coaches, and like to be able to like uphold that and like remain calm is like it really like does take a lot.
Sure.
What's the sisterhood bond on the team like?
I think just like the bus rides and everything, we'll usually have a speaker in the back or something. We're all jumping around in the
Yeah.
back. For competitions, like we'll either have a hotel or for nationals we have a house, and we usually all end up in one room. Like
Yeah.
everybody is just in one room till lights out.
It's
Just
like we call it like the bedrock room where like everybody's like on the floor in the bed together, like we're like eating snacks, like we're watching TikTok, like it's just like it actually feels like you're just like spending time like with your cousins or with your sisters or something. Like I like I forget like oh it's just like my friends, but like it just actually does feel like you're with like your family.
and we do like the family systems like a lot of other like I don't know, like sororities do like big littles, we do that too.
She's my big.
Oh,
So with every other sport here at TC, there's high school and there's club. For high school cheer, is there still club slash AAU, or is it just high school competitions?
For high school, it's like it's two completely different things. Cause I used to do All-Star too, and it's run by I mean it's all run by Varsity, which is like the big
Monopoly.
company, the monopoly in cheer. And like there's just separate competitions. Like All-Star teams never compete against high school teams or anything like that.
But I'm saying like
Like,
with you two or any girl on the cheer team do all-star.
I did sophomore year.
They don't really let you.
Yeah, they got my
So you kind of have to choose,
you have to choose. Yeah.
so like for football is probably the only other sport here where there is no AAU or club. It's high school football
Mhm.
that is dominant. Whereas volleyball, where you want to get recruited, you have to go play club. So for cheer, you could do all-star or you could do high school, but you have to choose like,
It's different at every school. Like I know
Yeah.
people who are at like Alonzo or something, and they do like the All-Star Club team, but TC like our coaches don't want us to do that. So.
It's kind of run similar to All Star here, like the way in which like we do things and like how like we run a tight ship. Like I feel like that part is very similar to All Star, so it's kind of like you almost like don't really want to do All Star in a sense because like you kind of have it here.
There's not enough time.
Yeah.
okay.
Also, there's just not enough time.
so if you wanted to get recruited like to cheer in college, is it like based off? Could you do it based off of your high school cheer like that, or is it
There's
just-
like college combines and stuff. Like you can go or clinics and stuff like USF. They host clinics all the time, and like it just gives you experience to like go cheer with their girls, or if you're like a flyer, you can do their co-ed team, or if you're an all girl, like you can see their all girl team. But they do them monthly. I thought
Yeah.
they have a ton of them. So
My friends in high school, I won't say their names, not that they watch this, but I had one become a University of Miami cheerleader, and then one become a Georgia cheerleader. I never asked them the process. So if you wanted to go be an SEC or an ACC cheerleader, maybe on the competitive team or just on the sidelines of football, I don't even know if that's the same thing. Was that something you just get into the school first and then apply and then try out? Or are you kind of like recruited slash
it's like both. I feel
Yeah,
like.
it's like there's like they'll host like clinics and stuff. So like for example, Haley Tyson like goes to like Ole Miss cheer clinics and like a lot of USF ones, and she will go and stunt with those guys that are already on the team to get experience to see like if she likes it, and also so that those coaches can take a look at her and be like, oh, like she graduates in 2 years, like oh, like we're gonna like keep her in the back of our mind, so like if she wants to come here, like we want her on our team.
that's good. I don't know any of this. Sometimes these are fun, honestly, for me, because I just don't know everything about each sport. Like I got a plethora of knowledge from crew. They were telling me about, this was last year, like the Pacific oars and the boats. I was like, okay, like, yeah, keep going.
Okay, what does an average practice look like during comp season or during football season?
Are they different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our football team, like we just practice comp cheer like year round. I feel
It's
like.
really not a different practice, but it becomes more focused when you get to comp season. But during football season, it's very like directed towards comp. Like it's like you're working on your sequences, but like not like specific, like exactly what's going in the routine, just like working up those skills and like working up like the skills and like the things that you need in order to like put together a good routine. And then I guess in comp season, it's like it's very like draining. Like it's like laps around center, burpees when you drop something, like pushing your body past its limits, like
And usually we'll like add an extra practice because there's no longer games on Fridays, so we would practice Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday, and then sometimes they extend practice times. So instead of like an hour and a half, it's 2.5 hours or something like that.
From an outside perspective, it's working.
Yeah,
just
Oh,
kind of
it
like
works.
So it works. The real question is, if you were to give advice to a girl who is trying to come here, because you guys said earlier they are, is it worth it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's worth, I mean, for me, just because as a former athlete, and I'm sure with you, Coach Mattoon, I'd much rather be pushed and be in a structured environment than the other end of the spectrum where I've been on teams where I'm like, I wish this coach cared a little more. I wish the people around me cared a little more. I wish we were doing more to win, because nothing to me, nothing, like I don't mind losing. It's the regret where you lose. I used to play soccer, like you lose 1-0 on PKs and you're like, man, I know we didn't really take that seriously. And if we did, we probably would have won that game.
Yeah.
Like from what you guys sound like, there's probably no regrets.
yeah.
Like you give it your all.
On the comp mat, especially, but I know like during practices, we've definitely gotten that talk a lot.
Yeah.
The coaches will tell us like, oh, you guys want it more. And I think that's like the biggest drive
Yeah.
for us, like want to push harder. And like we usually lock in, like if we're messing around or having a goofy practice or something, then we go full out, mess up, and
It's
then
horrible, and
get
like
yelled
we
at.
get
Could be
reprimanded,
good.
and then they're like, "All right,
Again.
start running your laps, like get outside." And then we run, and then we circle back up, and we're like, "Okay, that was bad. Like everybody get together, like we're going again."
So we're mentioning them without using names positively. I don't know if this is a question. Let's go coach by coach and say what
Coaches.
I know and what you think of them.
I was like, what
Because you guys have really different than a lot of other, so like, each program obviously has a head coach.
Mhm.
I feel like you guys have, you obviously Julie's the head coach,
Yes,
but you almost have like 4.
they're
Like
all
five
head
equal
coaches.
in
They
my
all have like
eyes.
in my brain, they all have like a different job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were almost like governors, so like, and they're the governor of that job. Cause I'm in a group chat of the cheer coaches called Cheer Squad, and they'll, each one needs a different thing from me entirely. Like one person is just athletic clearances,
Mhm.
one person is just buses.
Yeah, they like to
So,
split it up to make
yeah.
it less easier. But
Each coach, including your strength coach, like,
oh, he's so awesome.
Our coaches are genuinely like second parents to us. Like I know some girls on our team would probably disagree, but Julie honestly feels like a mom. Megan is like very like she's gonna tell you how it is, and like some people can't take it, but if you can take it, it's good. Gabby is very like technical, and like she knows a lot about cheer, like because she runs cheer forward, like she knows like so much like on like the judging side of things that like really like I think gives us an upper hand, honestly. And I think Coach V is kind of like the life of the party and like keeps everything like
Yes. He's so supportive.
he's like
of all of
the
us.
glue, and like he's just so like happy and like genuinely like makes cheer like just so good.
Whenever we have a hard practice and then he comes in, it's like
He's just
it
in the
makes
corner
it-
snacking.
he just makes it bad. Okay, that makes him look bad, but he comes in and then like he used to really be. I know 2 years ago with that state winning team, it was really like a lot of conditioning and everything. And he still does like the conditioning and stuff for us now, but like he comes in less and less because of work. But whenever he does, like he's always trying to give us like stunt technique tips and everything, and he's always just got a big smile on his face. Like he's so awesome.
And he
I
makes
love
it
him so-
fun.
Yes, he makes it so much fun. And like I don't know, I just love our coaches, especially because
Yeah.
nobody else on the team had it, but my freshman year, do you remember those coaches? That was so coming from that back to having Coach Julie and the rest of them, it was such a blessing for me. Just
Yeah.
it made it so much more enjoyable.
that was my first year. I was just like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, is this cheer? And then Julie
No.
came back and I was like, whoa, this is
It's a lot different.
a lot
yeah.
different, a lot more structure, a
Yes.
lot better. So
Okay, so cheer, you need like a lot of energy in everything that you do, right? So who would you consider the most energetic on the team that like brings that every time?
Caitlin? Oh, Caitlin. Love her so much.
I would say Caitlin Thames or Emma Barris.
Emma's a good one. She always
They're just positive. Like they're
Yes.
genuinely just happy to be there.
who's the funniest? You? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Or Sienna. No, no.
What?
I love her, but
So usually I have like my questions structured, but here I'm just gonna go off top of my
Yeah.
head. Um. Explain to me a cheer season. Because I feel like it, right at this exact moment, there's nothing going on. But it's only, right, you just left.
Well, there's
There is.
supposed to be, but
But-
they pushed tryouts back, so now it's
Okay,
later.
so you're an eighth grader and you are wanting to do TC cheer. Explain to me month by month, starting at tryouts of when that is. And what is expected from them, and then how many competitions we have. So you're talking to an eighth grader and it's her mom and they're like this, she's like, I don't know anything about this. Okay, well, this is the schedule.
I know our first tryout years, they had tryouts in May, right? Did you have tryouts? in
end
May?
of April.
Yeah, it
'cause
was
you
like,
find out like around our birthdays.
yeah, it was, yeah, and because that's after TC acceptances, and usually
Yeah,
everybody knows.
Which are going out
I
over the
think
next
a lot of
three-
them have come out.
Yeah, they've already come out.
next 3 weeks.
Tryouts in May, and then we have a couple practices, and then there's the youth camp in June, UCA camp like 2 weeks after that, and that's like a 3-day long thing. It's
UCA camp is like a cheer intensive, kind of like you learn
6
new
a.m.,
skills,
yeah.
you try out new things that are now legal in high school cheer, and like you really bond with your team because like it's one of your first like competition kind of like stay over things in a hotel. And you honestly like you learn so much in those 3 days that you use through like the next like couple months.
and then that's, when is that?
It's
August?
different every year, but it's usually like the last month of July, like first week of August, like right
Yeah.
before we go back to school.
And then FNL from August to November usually. And then after that, or
Oh, is that football season?
Yeah,
Yeah.
football's kind of not lax, but it's more like
it's just
just
more training.
preparing you and like it's like laying the groundwork out for what's to come.
There's, because comp season hasn't started yet. There's like a specific date when you can start. So, and then once that day hits, we have like practice the next day, and then it's choreo. And so then we make the
Mhm.
whole routine.
You have like a 5-hour Saturday. Here we get like an hour of like lunch in the middle, but it's like grinding. Like it starts there.
Does when do you figure out if you're on basketball, cheer, or comp? Is that throughout football season or is there an exact tryout day?
There. it
Okay,
depends.
it's
There
very
is a
like
tryout
the
day.
coaches know who they want. They're watching you from the minute you try out all the way up until they like send that email saying what team you're selected for. But we have like stunt group tryouts for comp team, and they're gonna like call your stunt group in. They're gonna see your jumps, your tumbling, your running, tumbling, and like what your stunt group is capable of to bring to this mat this season. And then you'll usually get an email either that night or like the next day, and it'll be like, hey, you've made this team, like we're so happy to have you, and then you'll go from there and like start practicing with your selected team.
Have you guys all 4 years, all 3 years been on the comp team?
Yeah, for the past 3 years.
And you won states twice, both of
Yes.
you? Wow.
Your first year?
That was, yeah,
When I was a freshman.
I mean, that's super cool. And so then we're not done yet. So then how many competitions do you have before, including states and nationals?
Like
We
7 or
have-
8 this year. I
Did we
counted a
have
couple
7
days ago. Yeah.
because we have Chesa State, we have
Hudson,
Hudson, true.
Bartow,
that
Senior
is-
Showdown.
Oh, true. Okay, wait. From the first competition is Hudson, and then we have Bartow, which is Chesa State, and then we had the Senior Showdown, which is at Lakeland,
Something else.
something like that. We have 2 regionals because there's UCA
Mhm.
regionals and FHSAA regionals, and then states and nationals.
Plus showcases, and
True.
we have like a USF like.
Oh yes, there was one day like we had a showcase and the whole USF team.
all of
came to watch
USF
us.
cheer came. We were like
Mhm.
outside. Plus like George Jenkins cheer came. Plant cheerleading has come multiple times. Calvary's come.
We went to CDS last year for
Mhm.
something.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a mock competition just to like get experience, get in front of like other people, and like get comfortable with it.
Okay, that's April till January?
February usually.
April to
They
February?
pushed it up.
But we
early
don't
this year.
start practicing till the end of May, like start of summer,
Okay.
like after
Once school's out.
finals. Yeah.
One of the massive things I always say to the Crusader 40 days is, it's not just, it's cheer, Crusaderettes, volleyball, football, there's like 5 golf, swimming, cross country. They all start before the first day of school.
Mhm.
And it genuinely breaks my heart. And okay, so there's 2 sides to it. One, if you're trying out for the cheer team the first day of school, if you're trying out for the cheer team first day of school or the football team the first day of school, like the odds are you aren't that serious about it.
Mhm.
But that it's like I feel so bad for them when they come up to me and they're like, "What are tryouts for all these things?" And I'm like,
There
that was
you
3
go.
months ago. Like that was so long ago. Like, come on, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to warn them consider for a day, like if you're playing a fall sport, if you're trying to be a cheerleader, if you're trying to be a crusaderette, you have to stay on top of that
Mhm.
communication.
I feel like a lot of people in the cheer world, at least, like it's its own separate thing, but they know like everything is always early. Like even in All-Star, we end the season in May, trials are 2 weeks later. It's a
Yeah.
2-week break, that's it. And that's how it used to be for 2 months, I guess, break, but now we have longer, so.
Considering your schedule, could a cheerleader here on a competitive team play another sport? Another Tampa Catholic sport?
Some girls last year played lacrosse, but
Okay.
It's like
but you gotta
really-
skip a lot of practice.
Yeah, it's like cheer has to come before whatever the other sport you decide to play is, and like those coaches have to be aware like cheer comes first.
Yeah, it's and that's not a bad thing
Yeah.
because there are a lot of sports like baseball. You really can't play another sport here
Yeah.
because there's unless you are a abnormally great athlete.
Mhm.
And there's one that comes to my mind who just transferred in. It's DJ Ford.
Mhm.
Like he's a football player as well. Like okay, yeah, if you're potentially a first round draft pick and a college football player, yes, you can do both.
Yeah.
But realistically, you're gonna have to do year round. The only person I can remember who did cheer, but it was basketball cheer, was I think PK and Lucia Betts
Yeah.
did
Lucia-
basketball cheer and then they did lacrosse.
Yeah.
What was her name? The redhead. She was a senior when we were a freshman. Matilda.
Oh.
She did lacrosse, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But she also did basketball cheer. It's a lot easier. Like basketball cheer is a lot less time than comp cheer is because there's two separate teams completely. But I don't even know what their practice schedule.
It's like I think they practice once a week for like an hour or two. I think Savannah told me that, and it's very like just go over your cheers, go over your performance like for halftime and first quarter and end of third, and it's very like this is what you do and like it's straightforward.
I'll keep asking questions.
I mean, okay, I was gonna ask a question.
No, yeah, that's what I
Okay.
meant. I meant I'll just keep going because I don't have usually
Yeah.
I'll edit this out. We have an outline and it goes what question we're gonna ask. So, but
My fault.
no, it's not your fault. Yeah.
How does this like team this season differ from the past 2 seasons you guys have had together?
Okay, 2 seasons ago we had 11 seniors, right? So that's a lot of directive coming from like upperclassmen. This year, I was the only senior.
Really?
And yes, so it was like I got a lot of help from the juniors, like Elena, Sienna. They definitely helped me with like controlling everybody and like talking to the coaches about everything, like planning stuff. Last year, there was more seniors, and then some of them quit, so that was
I know.
a big problem.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what the question was. What was it?
How did this season differ?
Oh,
from the
it just
previous year?
differ? Okay, well that's why. Like definitely directive. Like there was a big senior presence 2 years ago. Like Skylar and Avery, like they were really like this on all of
Yeah.
us. Last year, after those seniors quit, it was a lot.
After those seniors left.
Yes, after they left, it was definitely, I wouldn't say like easier, but there was definitely a softer tone because like we had to build back up. So it was basically like restarting season. But this year, like the team's almost all returners except for freshmen and Emma, and all of us just locked in.
Everybody cheered before everybody knew what the goal was, and if you didn't want to be part of that goal, I mean,
Then you could leave.
Then, yeah,
no,
then you
you
could
don't,
leave.
if you don't want to be here, then leave.
So for every other sport, winning the state championship's the end goal.
Yes.
Like you win volleyball, win state championship, season's over, and it's like, congratulations. State championship and then nationals, is that the next step that this cheer program needs to take? And like you'll be leaving, how do we get there? And what's the difference? Is it like that much of a skill level difference? Like, I don't know the gap. Like we know the gap between districts and
Yeah.
regionals and states. Each one is huge. What's the jump from being a state champion and winning that nationals?
Nationals is huge.
It's really like, oh my gosh, like nationals is genuinely like the best of the best. Like teams that you would think are college teams, like they're that good. And like just the way the confidence that they bring and the skills that are that much harder than ours, like you would think that we aren't even in the right division. That's how much like better some of those teams are. But I think that our team truly could win a national title one day if we just find our thing that makes us stand out. And I mean, like we found it like with states. I mean, we've proven it twice, but I just think like nationals, like we were in a really, really tight division this year. Like 2 teams tied for first place this year in our division, and that's like seriously unheard of in high school cheerleading. So I just think that it's really gonna come down to like finding our thing that can make us stand out and win.
I know it's possible too, because like not this year, but the past 2 years, we got 3rd place both times. So it's like top
It's within
3
reach.
competitors. Yeah, it's like we can definitely do it. Well, y'all can definitely do it. Like I know, like I want to go see you guys at competition so bad. But like I know, especially every single year, the team just gets better and better and better. Especially because it's a lot of the same girls, so we've already done the skills together over and over again. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you just get better every single year. Like the skills we're doing this year, I don't think the team freshman year, like my freshman year, would have ever imagined doing that. Like
I agree. But we get better, but those other teams also get better because new things become legal in high school cheer that were like afterthoughts, like not afterthoughts, like never thought of in the past.
Give me an example of something that became legal.
like a handful, or
Like-
something, those become
Like a front pop to like what lib,
something like that.
like not braced, or like
Yes.
she's like in a handstand and then she like flips forward to her feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how to do it with my hands.
Someone else is like, oh, we got a legality deduction at nationals because our flyers had like less than a split second of nobody touching them when they popped from their feet to their chest in like a thing called an inversion. And we had 7 points in deductions on day 1 of nationals, which is honestly the fact that we made it to semifinals is truly insane.
No,
You really can't recover from 7 points in deductions. 2 to 3, maybe, but 7,
it wasn't like 3 of them came from. It was because it's a safety
Yeah.
legality. Like there's different kinds of legalities, but because it was a safety one, like
we've
it was
never been
so
called
many
on it
more
until
points.
nationals.
If you guys were to give advice to, or different question. Hypothetically, one day you guys have children, you have daughters, would you make them in gymnastics in order to be a cheerleader? Because everything you just said sounds like a gymnastics background.
I never did gymnastics.
I did gymnastics. I did dance, gymnastics, and then cheer.
I danced.
Do you think it's necessary to do gymnastics?
No.
I don't think it's necessary, but I definitely think that the girls who grew up in gymnastics have a tumbling advantage. Because tumbling's not easy for everybody. And it's hard to learn tumbling later in life because your body becomes like more stiff and you're not as flexible and like not able to move in those ways versus like somebody who's been doing that since they could barely walk. That's like so easy for them.
Easier.
Yeah.
Some other random question, because you guys mentioned it earlier, was they just look confident.
Mhm.
So do you know our trainer on staff, Miss Haley?
I've never seen her, but yeah.
I've like heard of her, yeah.
We go to every single game.
Mhm.
And sometimes, I don't know if I should admit this, but we'll watch a team's warm-ups and we'll be like, we're not gonna
You're like,
do well
I know
today.
they're good.
We're not gonna do well today. Or I'll be like, literally, I mean 30 seconds. And I'll be like, we're gonna win. We're gonna have a running clock and we're gonna be able to get out of here.
Mhm.
And yeah, I might get some heat for that, but like 99% of the time, we're right. Every now and again, I'll be like, oh, that was a surprise. When you walk into these massive, crazy environments, how much does a team's warm-ups and just body language translate to them winning? Or is it not? Maybe arrogance is a bad thing.
It honestly always does.
Like it doesn't matter if you have a good or a bad warm up, but as long as you like keep your chin held high, chest up. Like
It's how you react. Like,
yes.
oh, they dropped a girl to the floor, but they got up and they did it again. And it was beautiful. And it looks like they didn't even just drop a girl to the floor. Like it's things like that that really stand out versus like hitting it twice in a row.
There's a like whenever we perform, we always tell each other like don't carry, don't carry. Like if something falls, something goes wrong, like just smile, get back up, smile, keep going like it never even happened. So
It's funny, so
It's
my
like that.
old job, I was a PE athletic director for a K through 8,
mhm.
and they had cheer. And I remember before, like every cheer competition, it was not, we weren't a good school, but the girls would like fall and mess up the routine, and they'd start screaming at each other, and then some would start crying, and I'd be like, they'd be like, I won't say the school name, but ABC, you're next. And I'd be like the AD, and I'd be like, I hope gets over soon because this is terrible. They're crying, they're yelling at each other right before they went on. They would always go on and they'd always perform, but like it didn't look good behind the scenes. What you guys are talking about
Yeah.
makes sense.
I mean, like nobody on our team really screams at each other.
These were also children,
Yeah.
5th and 6th.
Yeah.
I know like
So,
whenever like there may be like tears or something out of practice, like it's not gonna go the greatest, but like everybody has good enough.
I mean, like before we competed at States, I mean, me and her both like were like tearing up backstage, but I don't think it was out of like sadness or like scaredness.
I'm done.
It was just like you just like really hope it goes well and like you want to like put everything that you've worked for the past month, like couple of months out on that mat and leave it on that mat with no regrets and no feelings of like, oh my gosh, I wish I did this differently.
I don't know how many more questions you have. So we have, according to you, 4 more minutes, so I'll keep asking. Could you see a time one day in the future where we have a co-ed team? I know we had Sean, but he was kind of an.
Oh, I was shocked. And was it Danny who did it before?
Uh,
I love Danny.
Hypothetically, one day, could you have like, I don't know how many people are on a cheer team, but let's say there's 25 people. Could you see one day 5 boys on the team?
I would love for that to happen. I've always told all of my guy friends, I'm like, guys, come cheer.
I
Like,
mean,
coaches will love
there's
you.
some like guys on the football team that like have told me like, oh, like we're gonna do cheer next year because we want a ring, and I'm like, do it,
Do
like
it.
genuinely do it. Like you, like people might make fun of you, but like you're a lot better than them when you have a ring on your finger and they don't.
I don't think anyone made fun of Sean.
No.
Nobody made fun of Sean because
No.
Sean is very not confident in himself, but like
No, I'm
No,
just
he
saying
is.
his-
He is.
he doesn't like he just like exudes like confidence, but he doesn't like boast about it.
that he's not arrogant.
Yes.
He's very confident. Now, do you have to go into a different
Division.
division if you have boys?
Yes.
Is that
Especially for-
division harder, easier?
It's usually harder, but it also depends like how many guys you have. Like when we had Sean, we could perform for FHSA with him and it still be considered all girl because they have like a maximum. If you have 2 guys, then you're like co-ed, but if you only have 1, it doesn't count. But for UCA, so like nationals and everything, if you have even 1 guy in the mat, it's co-ed.
Is that why you got out there?
That's why he couldn't perform for nationals.
But there's also like teams that absolutely dominate in those co-ed divisions, like
Mhm.
Hudson High School, like their division, like they dominate. Like genuinely, like if Hudson's in your division, like you might as well just like drop that competition. Like they're that good. Like they just dominate their division. Same thing with medium non-tumbling, Plant City cheerleading.
Oh my gosh, they're so
They-
good.
Again, like they like
They're good.
it's a clean sweep. Like no, they're all girl. Like they're all girl, but like still like they like if you're in that division, you're like, oh, like you might want to switch your
some
division.
divisions are definitely harder than others. And like some
Agree.
coaches are strategic about it and will switch you from like tumbling to non-tumbling. Like that's what our coaches did this year because we used to be in the non-tumbling division and then they switched us to tumbling because it's like I wouldn't say an easier schedule, but like yeah. Or like they change sizes, like they'll take girls on and off the mat to go from extra large, large, medium, small.
Mhm.
So
All I want in the world is to get volleyball out of 3A. Because 2A and 3A are, and these are monsters. CDS, Calvary,
Mhm.
Berkeley Academy,
Yeah.
you know, Academy, CCC. When if you can just go to 4A, you don't play a single private school.
Yeah.
So not that I want the easiest road, but like
But like you
no one's gonna
do.
remember who you played. I'll take a state championship. So when the Bellini Center was being built, this was years ago, they were like, how many classrooms do we add? And I was like, as many as you physically can, so we can get to 3A in all these other sports.
Yeah.
But that's more like a volleyball thing.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I have one more question. Do you have any more questions?
I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, okay.
So she gets up.
No,
to
I
eat.
just, okay, we didn't ask that already, right?
I don't know.
I don't think we did. Okay,
Fine, as long as I'm out of here by like 3:30, it's fine.
okay. What
Question.
was the hardest moment in the season?
You
called
it.
it.
Okay.
Gosh.
I think for me, I have a lot of mental toughness because of like just the way I was raised and stuff. But I think that the toughest moment for me this entire season was this one practice when our coaches were like, we cannot head at a competition. We don't know what it's going to take because you can hit everything by itself, but not when you do in the routine. So our method is going to be you're going to come in here, do the stunts, 2 laps around center, you're not getting water, and you're going to set back up and do it again. And you had to get through the whole routine with doing that. And anytime you dropped, you had to run 2 laps outside until both groups hit it together. And it sounds bad, but I would say it worked because that was like one of the first times like we had our first hit after that. And you just like you like lose feeling in your legs running that much and then getting in there and doing that. And I remember
It was like I think that was a Thursday practice that the first time we did that. We ran
kind of walked
7
Friday.
miles, or it was 8 miles the first day. And then we went back to practice on Friday and we had to do it all again. That was another 7 miles. It was like a half marathon in 2 practices. Thought we all were, it's like a joke test now, but we were all like, oh, didn't know like we were track stars at the same
Yeah.
time. Like we're
Because what did
switching
we say?
sports.
8 or 9 laps around that is 1 mile.
It's like 7 or 8 laps
Yeah.
is 1 mile around. So.
And we were doing like almost like 60. Because it's like the 2 groups have to hit it together.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to the next thing and hit it together and go to the next thing and hit it together, all while being so exhausted from this running and like just like doing it again.
And then if you didn't hit, you'd have to restart from the first stunt and then go again.
But it worked.
It worked. Exactly.
Yeah.
That makes diamonds.
Yeah.
We got all these on here, right?
That was the
Yeah.
hardest time all season.
Thank you, Steve.
2 questions.
Yes.
One fun one. Do you want to cheer college or a pro team?
And
And then which one is that?
growing up, I never wanted to cheer in college or do any of that. But now, one of our best friends, she's on the FSU club team, and I'm also going to Florida State. And every time I'm on the phone with her and she's with her teammates, she's like, "This girl's trying out. She's trying out next year." And I'm like, "No, no, no, no." But like now, I really think I am. So, and also my roommate for next year, she also wants to do club cheer. So, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And like I don't like
And
going
you
to
have no desire?
I am done after high school. I have scoliosis and it's like just puts my body in too much pain. So
I got it after this summer.
it's just like too much of my body and I want to be able to walk when I'm old. So
That's fair. My last question would be, for you. So you have a different one. For you, how do you describe TC cheer?
to who? Like
So what it's a very general thing that I would describe. I'm a Yankees fan. The New York Yankees are the most winning program. We have excellence and tradition. Like, how would you describe
I would
TC
say
cheer?
it takes a certain mental and physical toughness to be able to be part of honestly the best part of my high school experience and get to shape who I am with girls and coaches who want nothing but the best for me and for themselves.
Okay, you're not done yet. We had a year. Best memory all 4 years.
Oh, States this year. I was so happy. Like we're all sitting like at the award ceremony. Every single team is on that mat that you're
You're in
going
like rows
against.
of 3 and like you're all
But they like make you sit in like a rectangle.
Sure, they've seen the video. Yeah.
I posted.
I'll never forget. She even did this at regionals, but they call second place, and it was this other team. She shrieks behind me, top of her lungs. Ah! Like I think she's like slamming everybody.
No,
next to her.
I had Sienna and Gianna and I was like going like this.
But everybody's just yelling. We all get up, like cheer at the same time.
It's
And like
just like
and I think wherever we were on the mat, like we could see all of, or at least my parents were like up in the stands right there. And I like know I made full eye contact with my dad, and like my dad is not like the only person who can make me cry. It makes me so sad. So I literally like walked out. I have a picture of him like holding our trophy and he's like crying in it. And I was like, he never cries. That was so awesome to see just that like I know my mom wanted it for me so badly, especially because it's my senior year and we had a really tough year last year. She's like, we really just want you to win and like have a good final, like end with a bang. And I was like, you know what? I did,
Yeah.
so I'm happy. Like just winning states twice. I mean,
Good best memory.
yes, is it like senior year states? That's it, the whole thing.
That's all I got.
Me too.
Thank you guys. And
Thank
it's
you.
3:20, so we're on time.
Perfect.